Hi everyone, and welcome to another reading. Today we're going to get some messages from our spirit guides or our angels, and what is it that they want you to know at the moment? What's their message for you right now? So we're going to actually pick a flower. I've been out into my garden and I've chosen 4 different types of flowers. So you're going to go now and pick a flower, and then I'll see you back here in a minute for the readings. Okay, see you then. Okay, so it's time to choose a flower now. We have number 1. This is a hibiscus, 2 lavender, 3 fuchsia, and 4 a pansy. Take a moment now to choose your flower, and I'll see you in a second for the readings. Hello to everyone who picked flower number 1, and that was the hibiscus. Now, if you're interested in the meaning of what a hibiscus is spiritually, a hibiscus repels negativity, it attracts good luck, love, and also a soulmate. So that's interesting. If you're looking for those things, maybe it's time to plant a hibiscus in the garden. Okay, so here we are with the spread. So what is it that your spirit guides or your angels want to tell you at the moment? And I've got a pretty clear message going on in this spread. So I'm starting out that you're quite strong, you're quite stubborn, but you're pretty fair. You've got a good sense of right and wrong, and you've been through quite a few frustrations when it comes to relationships. So I've got relationships being frustrating, or if you're in one at the moment, it is quite frustrating for you. In fact, I would have to say that you have been through some pretty shit times. You've been controlled a little bit and things haven't been so great. But what you've been doing, flower 1, is you've been putting on a very brave face. So you've been putting on a brave face for quite some time, even though things haven't been that great on the inside. On the outside, you've been portraying that everything's been okay. So the really big message in this spread is to wait, or your hard work is going to pay off, and you are going to have the world at your feet any minute now. So there's a few things going on here. Are you looking to travel? That's about to happen. Are you looking to build a house? That's about to happen. Are you looking to get pregnant and have a baby? That is also about to happen. There is so many great things in this spread that are about to happen. So it's all about new beginnings. It's all about, I've got the sun, I've also got my Ace of Swords, I've got my world, you know, I've got my strength. I've got some really nice cards here that tell me that you've been trying really hard to sort some stuff out, get yourself started, get yourself back on track, so to speak. And the big message here is that, like I said before, all your hard work is about to pay off. So don't give up yet. That is huge. Please don't give up yet. So what I see here, as well as all of that, a few more details apart from just waiting, because we are waiting, is that it really is time for you to get out and about a little bit more, because I think you've been sort of stuck in your house. You've been a bit caged, whether it's at your house or whether you've been at work. I feel like you've just been locked away a little bit, and it's time for you to like break free and go do some stuff and be the person that you used to be, because I feel like that's the sort of person you used to be, but things have sort of taken a toll on you as we've moved forward, and you kind of have your brightness, your shine, your sunshine has kind of been taken away from you a little bit by other people. So even though it's been taken away, it's coming back to you in a really big way. So what I know is that even though you've been through some hard times, you have had some strength. You're still kind to other people, because I've got a mother, my Empress here, my mother figure, and you will actually have everything, every dream, every hope, every desire that you have ever wished for. You're on the brink of it. So don't give up, keep going. You've got this. You really have got this. So keep up what you're doing. You're doing a great job, and I'm happy for you. Good luck and congratulations on all this abundance that's coming your way. Thanks for listening. See you later. Hello and welcome to all the people who chose flower number 2, which is a lavender. Now, I know technically it's not a flower, it's a herb, but anyway, that's what we're going with. A lavender represents purity, devotion and grace, and is also very calming and therapeutic. That is why we use it when we do our potions, when we do oils and we want to sleep and we want to put a nice peaceful atmosphere in our house. We always use lavender to do that. Okay, here we are, number 2. Let's see what your angels and your spirit guides want to tell you right now. All right, so really, flower number 2, I kind of need to tell you something, and it is this. You seem to be just overdoing everything, like you are giving so much of yourself that you're starting to get a bit worn out and negative. So I feel like you've got this really nice spiritual side to you, but unfortunately you're just, you know how some people just give and give and give, and you work at 110%, you give to all your friends and your family and your spouses and everything else. This is the sort of person that you are. And when the devil card comes into a spread like this, that suggests to me that you are overdoing it, and it's time for you to cut back a bit and start focusing more on yourself rather than everything else that's going on around you. How about it's time to put yourself as the number 1 priority in your life instead of everybody else first and then you second or third or fourth or wherever you think you are down the track? Because there's some really good things in here. Now, you're a magician. The magician is in this spread. So you're a spiritual person and you're also a magician. Now, magicians are very smart people, and that can be the reason why you overdo things, because magicians are perfectionists. So you actually have very high standards for yourself. You don't really hold anyone else up to these standards. You just hold yourself to these standards. So the good side of being a magician, yes, is that you can take on anything that you want and you're going to do it well, but you set yourself too much of a standard and then you feel like you've failed, when in actual fact you haven't failed at all. You've just set your sights a little bit too high. Just bring them down a bit. All right, because I've got new beginnings here, and the new beginnings here are around using your brains, learning something. So are you about to learn a new technique with work, or a new course of study, or you're going to start a degree or something like that? That is coming for you, and I've got really great cards around that. I've got my Sun in here, my Magician, I've got my Strength, and I've got my King of Cups. So all these cards represent to me that it's time for you to start using your head more. Start doing what is it that you want to do? What is it down in here that you want to do? What do you want to learn? What do you want to do with your life? It looks like you've been so sort of caught up with everybody else and what they're doing. I need you to sit back and think, actually, what is it that I want right now? I'm going to just not think about how that's going to affect everybody else. What do you actually really want for yourself right now? Because it's time for you to stop seeing the glass half empty and see the glass half full, because you have a shit ton of potential and I want you to reach it. I really, really do. Because, you know, even though you've been giving to everybody else, these people know that you do this, and so you actually do have people around you that will support you as you go through this journey. It's just that you're that sort of person who gives and gives and gives and gives, and it's time to give yourself instead of giving to everybody else or everything else. But the big message in here is to sit down, write yourself out a list. What is it that I want to do with my life? Do I have to learn something? Do I have to study something to move forward with my life and do what I really, really, really want to do? What am I passionate about? And all the cards around that show as you coming out of the dark and into the light. So once you've made that decision, everything else is just going to kind of fall into place. So how about, instead of worrying about what's going to happen if you do it, just do it and see what's going to happen. Because the universe, once we choose our path, our right path, the universe just sets things in motion and suddenly everything just kind of falls into place, and we wonder what on earth we were worrying about all that time, because nothing's even that hard. It actually turns out to be quite easy. So that's my message for you, flower number 2. Sit down, work out what you want to do with your life and get your goals moving, and give yourself your own time instead of everybody else. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, and to those people who picked flower number 3, which is the most beautiful fuchsia. Now, fuchsia is actually a flower of psychic abilities, so you have a very strong spiritual side to you. And if you ever feel the need to delve into your spiritual side, you're going to find a lot of happiness and growth there if you choose to do so. That's what the fuchsia means. Okay, this is a fairly heavy spread, this one, so strap yourself in, because I've got a few warnings in here, but we're okay. I'm okay at the end. I've just got a few little things we've got to get through to get to the good bits, because it does look like you've been through some stuff. flower number 3. So there's some breakups in your past. You've suffered from a bit of stress. You also have stress-related pain. So the stress that manifests in your body somewhere. So I know I sort of bang on about this all the time through readings and all these sorts of things. But when we have stress and we hold it in our body, it will go and manifest in our body 100% of the time. There are no exceptions. So what it does, it will go to your weak spot. Now your weak spot in here has something to do with your blood, your bones, your back area, maybe your back, your hips, your knees, you know, something to do with your mobility, that kind of area. So, you know, we can make that less, but at the moment right now I see your stress levels being quite high, and then you're having physical pain in your body. So what do your spirit guides and angel have to say about that? Well, it's time to clear out the rubbish basically from your life, because I have people around you. I've got some really nice people supporting you here through this spread, but I also have a certain person here who's quite jealous of you. And this person that's jealous of you does look like they're at your place of work. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a woman where you work, and you've probably known that she's a bit of a troublemaker. Like she probably talks about people behind their back, which isn't the nicest thing to do. And you know, if she's talking about other people to you, she's going to be talking to other people about you as well. So if you think that she's capable of doing that, hell yeah, she is more than capable of doing that, and she's actually quite troublesome. All right, so what does that mean? That means that it's time for you to make some changes, because I've got the Hanged Man coming into your spread, and the Hanged Man is making big changes, turning your life a complete 180. So we're walking away from a lot of things here. It's time to let go of the emotions attached to the breakup that you've had in the past, because it looks like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, maybe for that person to come back into your life, or waiting for someone else to come back into your life, and you're just sort of sitting there waiting. Let's take the reins and take control of our own life. Now, if you would like to avoid the sort of confrontation that seems to be coming up shortly, then I would suggest you start looking around about moving. Like, there's a lot of movement in this spread. Are you moving house? Do you want to change jobs? Do you want to actually relocate entirely? I feel like these are really good ideas for you. And I would suggest that you make moves towards these things within the next lunar cycle. So within the next month, start looking at how you can change your work, your home, or even your location, because once you start doing that, everything looks really great. Because I've got the Chariot in here. You know, the Hanged Man and the Chariot and my Three of Pentacles, there's a really good cards to be all together. So that is really highly successful. So once we put those 3 cards together, even though it represents changes in your life being turned upside down in a way, they're really good changes. It's time for you to get out of this kind of drudgery, out of this sort of space that you're in. Get some treatment for that pain that's in your body. Stop thinking you have to deal with it all the time or push through all the time. Get some treatment around that. Go do some meditation. But really, for you, again, it's like I want you to break free. Let's break free from all the chains that are holding you back. I hope that makes sense as I'm saying it, because when I say that, I'm making it sound very exciting, and you know, there's a lot for you to get there. Like, there's quite a few chains you have to break free from. So I'm not saying it's an easy journey, but it will be worth it in the end, because the birth of a new you, starting afresh for you, it all looks really good here. And this goes to a lot of aspects, but really it's about letting go of things from the past. That's probably the biggest thing I'm getting here from your spirit guides and your angels. Letting go of things from the past, because once we do that, then the universe will bring us new things in for the future. So I hope that makes sense. Good luck with letting go of all of that stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hi everyone who chose flower number 4, which was the pansy. The pansy represents love and free thinking, and it's also often used as like a get well flower. So that's the meaning behind the pansy. Okay, flower number 4. Let's see what your spirit guides and your angels, what message do they have for you right now. So this is an interesting one because I'm kind of up and then I'm down and then I'm up and then I'm down. So your life seems to be a bit of a roller coaster at the moment. You're having some really high highs, don't get me wrong, because I feel like you've achieved a lot in your life and you kind of have some stuff, but you haven't got everything you want. I'm trying to word this in a way that makes a bit of sense, because you have hopes and dreams and desires. Like, you have pretty high hopes and dreams and desires. You have high expectations of what you want your life to look like. And even though you've achieved quite a bit, you seem to be not looking at what you have achieved, and instead you're focusing on what you still want to achieve. And the problem with that is that's not sitting in the moment and being grateful for what we have. And I'm not saying you're not grateful for what you have, but it's about being more aware of the present and of the things we have and the people that are around us, and just enjoying that instead of being focused on things that we don't yet have, or things that we're working towards that we don't yet have. So there is a bit of a lack of sleep in here. I don't know if you're suffering from some sort of headaches or something else going on, or just everything seems like a headache, but I'm getting sort of, I feel as I look at this spread, you're in a bit of a rut, even though you're just going up and down and up and down and up and down, and nothing seems to be changing or moving forward for you. You're kind of just stuck. However, here's the message, because you are about to find your path moving forward. And when I find that path moving forward, when I look at this spread, that is when I get my Nine of Cups, my Fool, and my Three of Cups. So that means lots of celebrations, lots of, finally you've got this pathway forward after seeming like you're going round and round and round in circles all the time. So I guess the message in this is, okay, so you are where you are, you're not in a bad position, but you want more. I think the message in this spread is not to make any sudden moves, because the success is about to come to you, and maybe you can't see it yet, but it's about to come. So the universe actually has that success coming for you. You've just got to stay where you are. Don't make any sudden moves, because once that happens, you're going to be so happy, and it looks like there's some sort of offer coming to you. So whether that be in your personal or your professional life, the offer could be an offer of a marriage, it could be an offer of just going on a date, it could be offer of a promotion, something along those lines, where someone makes an offer to you. So once that offer comes in to you, then we go, wow, and all the celebrations happen and everything's fine. And if you ever, when this offer comes in, please don't hesitate. I've got the Fool in here, so it's about trusting your gut and taking a leap of faith and just going with it. Even if you're not quite sure of how it might turn out in the end, I still want you to take a leap of faith. Sometimes, especially if this is an offer of like a date or something like that, and you might not know the person very well, then you know, you might have some questions about that person. The message here is take a leap of faith, trust your gut, and just go with it and have some fun. You know, it's a very serious spread, this one, flower number 4, but I do see fun coming in as the end of this spread. So it's getting together with friends, with groups of people, and it's having fun. It's kind of just letting go of all your inhibitions, because like I said, you've been stuck on this wheel going around and around and around, and it just seems never ending, and you just want to get off. And don't get off the wheel just before you make your breakthrough, because I feel like your breakthrough is just about here. So instead of telling you to throw away everything and make some big fat changes, I'm going to tell you to stay the course, stay where you are. You're about to have a massive breakthrough, even though you can't see it yet. It's coming. The only other thing I want to talk about around this is your inability to sleep at the moment. So you're actually functioning on lack of sleep too. So you're not getting that restful sleep at night. I guess that's because you're staying awake at night thinking about everything. That's my Nine of Swords. That's you're keeping yourself awake actually by your thoughts and worrying about everything. So I get that you're you've got hopes and dreams and desires not happening as fast as you want, and so you're worrying about it. You're worrying about every little tiny miniature thing that goes along with that. Don't worry, stay the course, hang in there. Things are going to be great. I love, love, love the ending of this spread. Everything that you've been waiting for to happen, which you don't think is going to by the look of this, it actually is. So good luck with that, and congratulations on whatever that is. Remember, trust your gut, take a leap of faith, and just bloody go for it. You'll be just fine. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, fuck. This is a long intro. And I have 4 from you, and then I will see you back here in a jiffy. See ya. In a jiffy.